We are live. Sorry about the technical difficulties, people. They just booted me off as soon as I got on. Just booted me off. Can somebody let me know if I'm live here or not? Please just give me a thumbs up. Well, hello. Awesome. Thank you for the thumbs up. What a crazy. So, yeah. The John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. Healing Center. It's coming. We might be hindered a little bit, blocked a little bit, shadow banned a little bit, but it's coming. It's going to be a museum for my father. It's going to be a healing center for people that want to come share their information. It's going to be a place where people can come all around the country and say what they want to say to the internet live stream and all the good stuff that's happening. I got hindered a little bit yesterday, but it's all good. I went and got the mail yesterday, and somebody sent me this beautiful gift right here. That's my daddy, people. That's my daddy. My daddy was executed for the whole world to see by our very own government. I am releasing the files. Trump's not releasing the files. He's sugarcoated those fucking files big time because I'm not in those files. He's not exposing in those files about identity theft. He's not. But thank you for the beautiful person that sent me this. It's going in the church. I'm going to have some display cases where all the Kennedy memorabilia can be. So with that said, people, if you got my daddy's memorabilia in your house or in a box in the attic and you want to help donate it, that where it can be shown and displayed, because there's so much, everything was stolen from me. And I want to share what was stolen from me. And I want to wake people up. Somebody sent me that beautiful doll the other day. People send me little gifts all the time. I got that yesterday in the mail. I got this for Christmas. A lot of the stuff I have never seen, but there's so much memorabilia of my father and my uncle. Those two people right there were assassinated. It was a mafia war is what it was. You're not going to read that in the files. You're not going to read that it is mafia within our Secret Service and people are unalived at the top. You're not going to hear that from files being released. You're going to hear it right here. The real John Kennedy. Check this out. Somebody sent me this. This was a photo op, people. This was rehearsed. This was a photo op. This is one of the most famous pictures of me. And something just popped up on my screen. I don't know what it was, but it disappeared. Hindered, blocked, shadow banned. And let's get the truth out, people. I got so many wonderful lines. I mean, come on now. It's freaking beautiful. There's people, and they make videos. I have not seen justice. I am still living a life of people covering me up from the top of the very top, all the way to the presidents of the United States. They don't want my story out, people. And there's lions that get it. There's lions that see it. And they know how important this story is for me to get justice for all the unalignments, all the theft. And this goes to the top in our government. So they spend hundreds and hundreds of hours making videos, sharing my story. And it is so heartfelt. I can't thank you all enough. So After 6 months, Robin finally got her kitchen sink. Yay. Thank you all for your love blessings to make that happen. Day before yesterday, I had a bunch of paint. I mixed all the paint, so I painted the very front of the house. Now I got to spend a whole week probably. I can't afford to hire somebody to help me. They're too expensive nowadays. And yeah. But anyway, I painted the front of the house. Well, yesterday, my sister, a few weeks ago, said, get Robin a wash machine. So she blessed me with some funds. I went and bought a wash machine for $100. And I still got to hook up the dryer, but I got a wash machine. And yesterday I spent all day hooking it up. It's very professional. I plumbed it all, ran the electricity to it, ran the waste pipe to it, and she's actually out doing a load of laundry right now. Well, I needed a part yesterday. I'm so fucking stupid. Gosh, I needed a part. Well, up the main drag, it's a 4-lane main drag. You got the co-op station, the DMV, all that right there. And I'm cruising along, going to get some plumbing parts. And there was nobody on the road. Nobody. So it was wide open. So yeah, I was speeding. But I didn't think I was speeding as bad as the cop told me. Because I pulled up. It's funny. I'm going down the road. Nobody inside. I pull up to a red light. The 2 cars in front of me, I'm turning left. The 2 cars in front of me ran the red light. I was like, you guys are going to get a ticket. So I pulled up to the stoplight, and I'm sitting there waiting my turn. You know, it's a 4-way stop. And Arizona state trooper pulls up behind me. And he didn't have his lights on. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, okay, no big deal. I didn't do nothing wrong. As soon as I started, the light turned green, I started making my left turn. He hit them lights, and you know what the first thing I said was, oh, fuck me. It's the first thing I said. So I pulled behind Walgreens. He pulled right behind me, and he comes up and says, you know, typical bullshit. License, registration. And I haven't been pulled over in freaking years. I haven't. And so I'm digging through the glove box, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't know where the freaking registration paper is. Finally, I found it in a mess of junk mail. And he's like, let me see your insurance. I was like, it's on my phone. I'll have to pull it up. They got it already in their freaking computer. So anyway, my bad. I didn't think I was doing 55 in a 35. They got the speed limit on that 4-lane road. So you do speed. Everybody speeds. I've lived here for 10 years, and I've seen people go 100 miles an hour down that road. But yeah, for some reason, I was targeted. I got picked out, and the ticket, Robin just looked, the minimum for the ticket is $280. So I'm going to take a couple, for the ticket, it's probably going to be with court costs and everything over $300. I'm going to have to sell, for me to make that money to pay my stupid ticket, I'm going to have to sell 100 books. So think about that, people. Buy a book, share my story. 100 books to pay my stupid ticket. And I put bigger tires on my truck, so my speedometer is probably up. I just thought of that too. I think it's 5 miles difference on my speedometer because I put those big tires on there. But I still don't think I was going 55. I'm an old man. I drive slow. And I don't remember when the last time I got a ticket for speeding was. I think it was 30 years ago when I was driving truck. But yeah, that kicked me in the ass. So I'm bad. But you know what? The good thing is he was pretty cool for a cop. I don't like cops. I don't, because they're all in it for the money, and they got to make their quota at the end of the month. And for me, going over the speed limit when nobody was else around and not even going that fast as I think, to get a ticket that's probably going to be close to $400 fucking dollars. It's crazy. It's crazy. But he was cool. You know why he was cool? I didn't have my seatbelt on. I think that's a $200 fine right there. I don't wear my seatbelt. I don't like to be freaking, I got tied up enough when I was kidnapped and freaking tortured and everything, but I don't like to wear a freaking seatbelt. One thing I like about riding motorbikes is you don't need a seatbelt. Here in Arizona, you don't need a helmet. So the cop was cool. I got to share him the story about the new book, Historian's Tale. He kind of chuckled at first. He did. Because I said, you know why I get so paranoid? I said, I'm coming out with my story and people don't want me alive. I said, I just filed a wrongful death suit here in Arizona against Arizona for the wrongful death of my mother, Jackie Kennedy. My family was unalived here. But he kind of chuckled when he seen this. And I said, you see and he saw the stickers on the back of my truck. I got stickers of these on the back of my truck. So when he was sitting there behind me at the light, he seen this. I said, check out the review, because he gave the little chuckle like, yeah, you're John freaking Kennedy Jr. Look nothing like fucking John Kennedy Jr. So he kind of chuckled when I said, I'm the real John Kennedy Jr. My father was president of the United States. Well, right there, I said, Google it, search it, go to Amazon and read the reviews. And there should be a whole hell of a lot more reviews on Amazon. Stolen Identity. I got to sell 100 copies of this, people, just to pay that stupid freaking ticket. I'm such a dumbass. Man. Hello, Brenda. You're one of those lions I was talking about that spend hour after hour making videos, sharing my videos. And it's because people just like you and Maggie and everybody else on here that's going to help. There's so many people full of love that's going to help get me get justice, help you all get justice. Because my story affects the whole world. My story is exposing these people at the top for their criminal activity. It's huge. It's big, big, big time criminal activity. So, yeah, I get kind of paranoid when I pull into a back alley with the cop behind me with the sirens on, thinking, yeah, this might be my last. But it was all good. Why was it all good? Because I'm John Kennedy Jr. I carry a loaded firearm all the freaking time, if not 2 or 3, just because my life is in danger. So when he pulled up, I rolled down my window. I didn't have my seatbelt. He could have hit me up for that. But I had a loaded firearm in the side box, right next to me. Right next to me where he had his head looking in the window. And he could have said, do you have any firearms in this vehicle? He could have. And I would have had to say yes. I probably would have went to jail because I'm not going to lie to the man. And he would have asked me that question for my safety or his safety. And, but he didn't. So yeah, yesterday I got a ticket for speeding. It could have ended up really bad. I could have went to jail for having a loaded firearm and blah, 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 blah. But he was cool. He was. So I didn't go to jail. And thumbs up if you're seeing this, officer. But oh, Margie, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. So the John F. Kennedy Jr. Healing Center is going to be a museum. It's going to be a place for healing. It's going to be a place where hopefully there'll be volunteers to share the story, to write letters to Congress, the Senate. People can come from all around to preach if they want to. We're going to set up live cams in this place. And it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. I might have to sell everything I own. And after I fix up this house, sell it to pay for it. I don't know, but it's going to happen. Hopefully this year it's going to happen. And it's going to be a museum with all kinds of cool stuff like books. And it'll be like a little library of all Kennedy stuff. And we'll even share if it's bullshit or not, because I know the Kennedy files. We'll even put some of my Kennedy files on the wall of what really happened, and the unalivements of Jackie, the identity theft of my mother, the identity theft of my sister, the identity theft of myself. Why was that done? I get asked that a lot. Those 3 people that our government unalived and replaced. I'm lucky. Yeah, people say, oh, I don't believe you. You're still alive. They should have unalived you. Well, thank God I'm not. Thank God I'm still here. And thank God you can hear me and hear my story about how bad you were lied to, how bad shit's covered up. And I'm exposing the truth. Not only am I exposing the truth, I'm putting my life on the line, people. It's a hard life when you're wanted by criminals. It's not that easy. Like I said, I had a loaded firearm right next to me when I got pulled over. And why do I do that? For my own protection. It's my right as a citizen to have that right to protect myself against criminals. Oh, thank you, Christy. Thank you so much for your love and your comments. So yeah, I just hooked up and I said, I want to do a live. I had mud all over my face because I just hooked up the plumbing, finished the plumbing and the electric and everything for Robin's wash machine. And she's out actually doing a load of clothes. Last time we went to the freaking laundromat, and it's just right down the street, it was $50 just to do a load of laundry. I was like, no, we got to do something. We got to save some money. And so that's what we did with the help of my sister blessing me. I got a new family now, brothers and sisters. In 1975, I thought all of my loved ones were gone. The HA was protecting me. They became my new family, my new loved ones. That's a what, $50? I don't know what that comment's for. I must have stopped. Marty's Place. Yeah, it's a big racket for there's a lot of speeders and stupid drivers out there, but it is a big racket. They got to pay their bills. They got to hire the cops to pay their bills. At the end of the month, you get your tickets. They pull over people like John Kennedy so they can make $400 extra in 5 minutes. But what can you do? What can you do? He could have really hit. He could have took me to jail if he wanted to. But yeah. The JFK files right here. I wanted to get on. I had mud on my face. I'm like, Robin, I'm gonna make it live. She's like, go wash your face. You got mud all over your face. I had a sty. Not that I'm flipping you off, but I'm constantly working. And Jody sent me a box of gloves. I was using them when I do hard work, but the paint when I was painting went right through the gloves. But it's all good. And thank you, Jody, if you see this, for sending me a box of gloves. That's awesome. Seems like I'm never done with all the work trying to fix up what's going on. But it's all good. Good things are happening. Good things are happening. A couple of weeks back, a professional film crew showed up, and I saw the preview again. I've probably watched the preview at least 20 times now. But they're really professional. It's really freaking good. It's a clip of my father, mother, family, and then I stop in and say, by the way, I'm John Kennedy Jr. And it's really professionally done. I can't wait to share it. I can't freaking wait to share it. So yeah, Dr. Kia Pruitt did a video on me the other day, and I loaded it here on YouTube, and it was loading, and it said I had like an hour. Usually they load within a few minutes, but this one said an hour. So I was like, how come I'm not getting any replies on Dr. Kia's video I posted here on TikTok? Well, so I went to TikTok here, and it didn't load. I guess I didn't sit here for the hour, and it closed, so it didn't load. So I reloaded it. But thanks for people like Dr. Kia. Yesterday, I was so freaking out of it. Sue Greenwald, beautiful Sue Greenwald, wanted to do a video with me, and I was too sleepy. I was too tired. It sucks getting old, especially when you have heart failure. I get tired easy. But yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Kia. Thank you so much, Sue. I did an interview. You got to see Jesse Hall, the missing link. See my interview with Jesse the other day. We totally exposed Larry King for knowing my story, knowing my truth, knowing who I am, and exposing John, the one the whole world knew that stole my identity. He called him right out on the Larry King show. Please see it. That's Larry King and John Kennedy Jr. interview. The name the criminals in government gave me was David Quigley. So Larry King's all, what if your name was David, buddy? How's it feel being a junior? He totally called him out. Called out a lot of things that we're still researching. But yeah, all members of the cabal run our media. They do. Yes, Dr. Kia is awesome. She really, really is. Bless her heart. She deserves more than being hindered, blocked, shadow banned, just like us all, just like Sue. Awesome. I'm glad TikTok put it back up. We're being hindered so bad. I really should have millions of viewers right now. I should. But I don't, because they don't want it out. They own the media. We do everything we can to get it out. Once we have a church, a home base, I think it's going to take off. But the whole world needs to know my story. I challenge anybody that disagrees with me, that says I'm bullshit or whatever. I'm doing whatever I can to the best of my ability to get my story out, to get justice for all the injustice, for all the murders and cover-ups. And it goes all the way to the top of our presidents of the United States. It does. It really, really does. Oh, well, thank you so much. That would be so awesome. Yeah. I did. I screwed up and got a ticket yesterday, and it's going to be $300-400. I imagine the minimum fine plus court costs is $280. So I don't know what they're going to charge for court costs, but that's how they get you. That's how they sucker the little guy. That's the system. I've seen the system and seen how they work. I just filed a case in Arizona, but I was definitely targeted for getting pulled over for some reason. But I screwed up. I should have been behaving myself and not speeding. Yeah, I am going to put Bullhead City on the map. I came here. Me and my son came here. Bullhead City, Arizona. I put my flag in the front yard, and I said, this is my last stand. I did. I said, this is where my loved ones were killed, covered up by the cabal. And I really didn't think I would live this long. But that's awesome. My story's out. It's getting out more. I know it's all hindered. I'm asking everybody to share the truth of what's really, really, really going on. And so many lions are helping, but we need millions of lions out there to change things. We really, really do. I am doing good today. I was out laying in the dirt first thing so Robin could have her wash machine. And so we wouldn't have to go to the laundromat today and pay $50. But yeah. Have you checked the laundry?
Yeah, it's good.
It's all good?
Yep.
It's working? Everything's cool?
Perfect.
Awesome. We got a wash machine now. And we don't have to go to the laundromat anymore, maybe to dry, because hooking up the dryer, I got to hook up the vents, run another power line, and I think it might be 220 dryer. So what a pain in the ass all that's going to be. But Robin got her kitchen sink. Now she's playing Betty Crocker. I'm playing Betty Crocker too. I buy food on discount. I'm diabetic, so I shouldn't do this, but they had some that really good brownie mix with the chocolate chips in it. And I got a couple boxes, and I played Betty Crocker last night and made some brownies. This morning Robin said, no more brownies. I'm so full. And yeah, I can only eat a little bit, but I love cooking, especially when I get stuff on discount for a couple bucks like those brownies. Awesome, people. Awesome. So yeah, it seems like I'm always fucked up. I don't know. Maybe the devil's got a curse on me, but he's always hindering me. I'm getting styes all the time. If you can see that, it looked like a big pimple a minute ago. It did. I'm a diabetic, so I got those little needles to test your insulin levels or whatever you call it. So, yeah, I broke one of those pokers off. They're really good for lancing. And I poked my sty and drained it. And I've learned to do that because I get them so much. I get boils. Seems like I'm always being hindered and stuff, but it's not stopping me from getting my truth out. And we're making progress. We are making progress. I painted the front of the house. I still got the rest of the house to paint, but I got a power washer a couple of months back from the pawn shop for $25. And I got a paint sprayer from the pawn shop for $100 to do everything. And I got discount paint. I got so much paint I could probably paint this place 3 times, but yeah, overkill. That's me. If I want to do something, I overkill it. Styes are from stress. Yeah, I heard it could be from diabetes too, but I got both. I am one stressed out person. I try, King Smarty, because I got post-traumatic stress disorder. King Smarty made these. They're for sale. They got frequencies. They got my mug on the front, stolen identity on the back, source directives on the back of that. But that's on my website. Spell it all out, people. The real John F. Kennedy Jr.com. That's my website. It's a wonderful website. It was donated to me because I can't. I'm an old man. I ain't into making websites and all that. But if you go there, there's a place where you can go to Amazon. It'll take you to Amazon for this book. It'll take you to Lulu for this book. Mary Maxwell was in a hurry for this historian's tale. And she thought that she could make it better. The first printing of this, the first edition, the second edition is at the printers right now. The second edition book has 30 more pages in it. 30 more. It's got the ears, the example of the ears. It's got the lawsuit that we just filed in the court of Arizona, Kingman, Arizona. Much more information because my book is still being written to this day. It is. I am explaining the Kennedy files, and it's really, really simple. I mean, you can go down many rabbit holes with the Kennedy files, but here are the Kennedy files in short. My father was the president of the United States. My father was for we, the people. You have organized crime within our government that runs our government, that tells the president of the United States what to do. They're telling all the presidents of the United States since then what to do. But my father said, this is bullshit. We're going to splinter all these 3-letter agencies. We're going to take down the corrupt government that's running these. That's it. So it's a mafia war. It's crime. It's like gangs. You got the gang in the FBI. You got the gang in the Secret Service. You got the gang in the CIA. You want to talk about the 13 families? That's it. This is the files, okay? So you got these agencies. They're crime gangs, whatever you want to call them, mafia, cabal. They're gangs that are all organized. They run the United States of America. Well, my father said, we don't want them running the United States of America. We don't want the secret societies behind the scenes running things. So what did they do? They killed my father because the Kennedy family was huge in government and they didn't want him going. It was a mafia war. You had my father, you had them. My father wanted to get rid of them and they got rid of my father. And they did it for the whole world to see. Then they got rid of my uncle. These are criminals at the top. They do crimes that you cannot imagine. Identity theft, stolen identity is their big money maker, people. Identity theft is their big money maker. They get people like my mother and my sister, and they replaced them. They get somebody to play the part, whether it's strong arm tactics, bribery, or whatever, or just the fact we will kill you if you don't go with our fucking program. I'm witness to all this. I am. I'm exposing all this to you. So, those three individuals, me, they got rid of me. They probably thought I was dead. People protecting me probably told them I was dead, but I'm still here. And many attempts on my life to make me dead. Many. So, they replaced me with John. The whole world knew. They made him a district attorney. They made him power. They started putting him in politics. Well, anyway, he screwed up. It was a mafia war, and he killed the wrong person. So he crashed in a plane crash. Yes, it's a mafia war. He's really dead, people. Then you have my sister that's out there. They made her an ambassador. This is organized. This is the cabal behind the scenes that do this. My sister, Caroline Kennedy, was killed as a child. She is now the ambassador. Right? Australia, come on, people. That's how organized works. I'm exposing the Kennedy files, how it works. My sister, Caroline, was unalived. A new person stepped in her shoes. Identity theft makes them billions. And these three letters, our FBI, our Secret Service, our CIA can follow the money trails, follow the billions that they steal with their identity theft, but they don't because they're the ones stealing it. They're the ones that aren't doing anything about my fake sister Caroline that's still out there, that is still a multi-millionaire, still out there committing crimes, committing identity theft. That's how organized crime makes their billions of dollars. So the replacement of my mom married my father that was a billionaire. She thought by marrying Aristotle, she would have help from our evil government because he was a billionaire. He was a crime family member also. Well, they unalived him also. So you have my mother, my sister, Aristotle, his son that died in my arms, Alexander. You had Christina. You had Tina. The whole family was unalived. Billions and billions of dollars. What am I talking about? Billions and billions of dollars. Aristotle Onassis. When you looked out into the ocean and you seen one of those fucking huge ass oil tankers going by the freaking, out in the fucking San Francisco Bay or wherever, that was Aristotle Onassis. He was one rich oil man. Well, they unalived him, they replaced him, and then they killed him in the hospital. They axed Aristotle Onassis up with an axe. You can Google it. You can search it. You'll see that he died of pneumonia. Well, that's how powerful organized crime is when you're at the top. You can do whatever you want to. You can unalive people. You can switch people around. You can lie to the media, and they will print your story, whether it is all bullshit. My story. If you punch in John Kennedy Jr., you know what they're teaching in schools? That the man that stole my identity, the criminal, was the real John Kennedy Jr. So let's change the history books, people, because they're lying to your children. It's all lies about our government and how our government works. It's a murder crime ring. That's what they need to put in our school books, our textbooks for our children. Hey, the people. I was watching Alfalfa. The Little Rascals. And then I was watching Laurel and Hardy last night. I don't watch the news. I don't watch the mainstream bullshit because it's all freaking lies. It's all programming. It's all bullshit to fuck with your head. But I like the old stuff. I like cartoons, the Three Stooges, that kind of stuff. But the Little Rascals was on before Laurel and Hardy. And it's funny because there was a schoolroom and they were talking with the troublemaker in school. And they were like, you mean you don't want to go to school because you could become president? They were propaganding that back then. If you go to school, you can learn, get an education, and you can become president. No. Sorry, they were programming that way back then on Little Rascals, that if you went to school, got an education, you could be president of the United States. No. You're only president if organized crime selects you to be president. Yeah, you could go to school and be a crime member, join the crime family, the satanic cult, and then you could be president if you do what they say and everything they say. But yeah, the average child going to school since then doesn't have a chance in hell to be president of the United States. You have to be a member of the cabal crime families to be president. You have to be willing to do what the crime families tell you to do as far as laundering money and, you know, every single thing is done by the crime families that are making all that money, and the tax cuts and everything are for the rich, for the crime families to stay rich, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, after the Little Rascals, I seen that Laurel and Hardy was on. And even Laurel and Hardy put it out there. If you go to school, you can be president of the United States. That's the propaganda they were putting out back then. I don't know what it was. The 30s, 40s, way back when. They were putting out, if you go to school, get education, you can be president. All I'm saying is bullshit. I don't know if they say that now. From all the truth, you're on mental health meds. Try to heal yourself. One thing I did to heal myself is I found a book and I repeated this over and over again. I am at peace, because they'll frick with your head. They got MK Ultra, they got microwaves, they got all kinds of stuff to frick with your head. The truth is not going to frick with your head. It's all the bullshit put in your head by them that'll frick with your head. So what I did was I would repeat. And I was going crazy. I was in a truck. I was driving a truck from place to place. There was a price on my head. I was all alone. But I got this book and it said, I am at peace with my thoughts, my deeds. I am happy. I am healthy. That's what I would repeat over and over and over again. I am at peace with my thoughts and deeds, happy and healthy. But I also have an excellent memory. And I would repeat that over and over and over and over again. And it helped pull me out of the darkness. It really, really did. So that's a good little saying if you're going a little crazy and think you need mental health meds. But I'm not no doctor. You do what you want to do. I'm just saying. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Thank you. But they will actually, the cabal will actually want you to go crazy. That's what they did with my son. And then the mental health meds that they were giving him, a whole handful, were actually making him hallucinate. They would change his medicine. And when they changed his medicine, he would flip the perk out because the medicine makes you freaking crazy. They're playing with your mind. They're giving you a handful of mind pills when, you know, God made us all. We can heal ourselves. And yeah. Thank you so much, Margie. Thank you, Brenda. Let's do this. Let's get a healing center right here. And when I say let's all do it together. If you want to donate, yeah, we'll make you a plaque and we'll put this place was built, or this place was acquired from the help of so and so, a true patriot for America, to get the truth out. The healing center is going to be a museum. It is going to expose of what our government is doing. It is going to help bring me out. It's going to help me get justice, and it's going to be all about love, all about loving each other, getting the truth out the best we can. And I can't do it. I can't do it myself. I can't. And I was thanking you, Lions, for spending all those hours, the hundreds of hours, doing videos, sharing my story. You're true patriots. You really are, for getting the truth out. True patriots. And it's also appreciated. I've always said from day one, I can't do it by myself. I need the help of others. And I have seen so much love. I have seen the help from others, and bless your heart, we're going to do it. And it's going to be, you see these other people driving that have churches, and they're driving Ferraris and live in these big mansions, and it's all from their donations, them getting their 10% of the tithes. And I don't want that. I want a really nice church, but I don't want a mansion. I want a cabin. I want a cabin in the woods. I want me some dogs and some animals and kitties and puppies. But I just want to live the last days of my life where I can relax, go fishing, and be happy. But I want to start a great thing with the help of you all, and that is this church. It's gonna be awesome. Um, I don't know how it's gonna be done, but right here in Bullhead City, I was looking around for commercial property, and anything's a great start. Anything, and I got this water fountain out here in my yard, and it's so soothing. So hopefully the healing center will have a great big fountain in the front of it. Gosh, my hands are dirty. I don't know what all that is. I just noted that in the screen. Working man's hands. Yeah, I was going to get on a live and I have a big old mud spot on my face. But I got to share my story when I can. And we don't need religion. Yeah, I talk to God all the time, but he's my God. I'm not a Bible thumper. It's all up to you and your own spirituality to me. But it's all about love. There's so much hate in this world. And with that said, the Healing Center is going to have, King Smarty said, he's going to have a crystalline chamber there where people can pop into it and get some frequencies. Thank you, King, for saying that, doing that. But it's all coming. But I'm not a Bible thumper. This isn't going to be a Bible thumping church that said, if you don't believe me, you don't believe Jesus, you're going to hell. No, that's not going to happen in this church. You believe what I believe. You believe, you don't have to believe what I believe, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But I believe love. I have seen so much harm, so much evil. I believe this world is hell. I do. I have seen it. I have seen people unalive right in front of me for no reason except for money, power, that kind of thing. And I've seen too much hate. So it's just going to be all about love. When I was a little kid, I'll never forget this. This girl comes up to me and she says, "You're going to hell." I was like, "What?" She's like, "You're going to hell because you're not a Mormon." She said, we were just little kids. I was like, why am I going to hell? Because you're not a Mormon and you haven't accepted the Mormon faith. Well, guess what, little girl? I'm a grown man now, and I've talked to God, and I don't need to be a Mormon to go to heaven. I'm sure God has a place for me in heaven on the next side, on the next world. And he's kept me alive this long to keep sharing my truthful stories, to get it out. And but that's a little story from when I was just a kid, a little girl saying I'm going to hell. But I've been to hell, and I've been to heaven, people. Straight up, I've been out of this body, dead, going and more than once, but going to heaven. God don't want me. God don't want me because I'm not ready for God yet. But I'm not afraid of God. God is my friend that I talk to all the time. But I've been to hell. This is hell. And the devil don't want me either because I had a license plate. Devil don't want me because I'll take over. I will. I'll go to hell and I'll kick the devil in the ass every chance I get. If I'm there for eternity, he's going to get a lot of ass kicking because I ain't giving up. But in short, that's my religion. All love, people. All love. I'm the real John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. That's the name my mother and father gave me. corrupt people in our government gave me the name David Keith Quigley. That name was brought up by people working for our Secret Service, forged. You know, our Secret Service is involved in the fraud forgery department. So if you're in your backyard printing up $100 bills, that's their problem. The only problem is Max Quigley got away with it. This man replaced me right here. That's George Onassis. He stole my identity. He was placed by the mob within our government so he could launder my family, my loved one's money. That man right there. Look at those ears. Compare their ears to the child. That man stole my identity. If your kids got a book, it says he is the son. His picture is there. Well, we need to change that to my picture. I got 2 books out. Somebody made copies of these to send them to me. Thank you so much. That's my first book, Stolen Identity. And then you got this one here. The Historian's Tale just came out. You probably, if you've got the book, you got the first edition. Well, the second edition is at the printers right now, and 30 more pages are being added to it. I haven't called Mary this morning, but that's what she messaged me yesterday. She said the second edition is at the printers right now. There's going to be 30 more pages in there, and hopefully she'll get it on Barnes & Noble and on Amazon as well. I think there's another one. I love it when people make these little flyers to share the truth. This all takes time. It does. It takes money. It takes time. That's my website, the real John F. Kennedy Jr.com. You can go purchase the books from either Lulu, the new one from Lulu, or the Stolen Identity on Amazon. And please go to that website. And I'm not shitting you. I got a ticket yesterday for speeding. My dumbass got pulled over. I was targeted. I was picked out. There was nobody on the streets but me. It was in the afternoon, but the streets were empty, except for the 2 cars in front of me that ran a red light. Yeah, so I got pulled over. As soon as I made the left turn at the light, I got pulled over. I got a ticket for doing 55 in a 35. Total speed trap anyway. Nobody goes 35 on a 4-lane road. Yeah, but anyway, I got to sell 100 books, people. I got to sell 100 books to pay for my ticket now. But I got faith and, 2-step forward, 3-step back, but we're getting it out there. Well, hello, Christy. Thank you so much, Lanny. I appreciate all your hard work. I appreciate all you Lions for what you do each and every day. It is so heartfelt. Oh, anyway, I was listening to, and it's going to be good, the preview of the documentary that is being worked on right now. It's a wonderful, wonderful documentary. But yesterday morning, I was like, I want to watch that again. So it was like the 20th time I watched it. And I watched it and I started crying. It was a happy cry, though. It was like my story's finally getting out after all these years of all the threats on my life, all the living in poverty, all the freaking crazy shit they've done to keep me in poverty. It's finally getting out. So I was in freaking tears. It is going to be wonderful. I believe it will go viral. It should. It's that good. The guy that is putting it all together told me he's watched it 50 times and he still gets the chills. And I watched it 20 times. The 20th time I was in tears. So it gives me the chills. You can't stop watching it because it is right there in your face. I'm the real John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. And I want to thank that crew, the film crew that came out. And it's coming. It's coming. I say this year. A lot of people saying this year. I said 24, the story will get out. Well, we got hindered, we got blocked, we got shadow banned, but the truth is coming out this year. Hello, Cindy. Thank you so much for sharing my story. Thank you so much for making me laugh. Yeah, it's good to go to your channel and see one of your videos, and it makes me smile. So thank you for that, because it's hard to get John Kennedy to smile. It really, really is. But thank you. And Brenda Scott, thank you for everything you do. The hundreds of hours you put in sharing the truth, getting kicked and taken down over and over and over again, just for holding up my book. A big hug for you, Brenda, my sister. Thank you. Yeah, the new book. But anyway, I gotta do some work. I gotta go pressure wash the house some more or something. I want to get this place all fixed up, so it'll be equity, even if I have to get a loan or whatever I have to do to get the John F. Kennedy Healing Center. It's going to happen. I was even thinking last night, which I always wanted a Harley. So last year I finally got me a Harley Davidson. I had a Harley that Elvis Presley gave me as a kid, and that was stored at a Hells Angels clubhouse for me to ride when I would show up, where I had something to ride. But I never saw that motorbike again. But since then, I always wanted a Harley. I had Hondas and Suzukis and Yamahas my whole life, but I always wanted a Harley, and they were just too expensive. So I finally, last year, I got me a Harley. But I was thinking, and I don't want to, but I was thinking I would even sell that Harley so I could pay the rent on a church. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. We are manifesting each and every day that it does happen. And it's all for the people. It's all the good. You know, there's so many churches out there. So many churches, and so many churches that the devil hides in. I personally know this because I was kidnapped. I was replaced, and I still went to church on Sundays. So the people that had kidnapped me, they look good in the eyes of the public. Hey, they're churchgoers. They go every Sunday. They get dressed up and go to church on Sunday when they're doing child trafficking and kidnapping and the satanic things at night away from the church in secret. I'm a witness to that. But there's so many churches out there. John Kennedy and we, the people, us lions, deserve a church. We deserve a church with a fountain with a big lion on the top, just dedicated to all the people that are making this happen, sharing the truth, getting the truth out there. And anyway, I've been going on for a while now. I got work to do, but with all my heart and soul, thank you for your comments. Thank you for all the love. And I can't thank you enough. I really can't. For the gifts you send me, people send me the hat, and you all are wonderful. I get letters in the mail, and they say, thank you, John. Thank you, Robin. We love you for doing what you do. And then a couple of days will go by where I don't get any mail. And I feel like, oh, shit, you know, that was just a streak where people shared the story. But I like getting letters in the mail. And we're all in this together. When we get justice, we're all going to get justice. And thank you so much. I want to thank the people that have really blessed me with their kindness and their gifts. King Smarty was one of the first. He made these pennants for me. These pennants are on my website. He donated these to me. He said, make your life better. Sell them. Get your story out. Make life better for you. So thank you so much, King. King is an awesome, awesome man with a heart of gold. And some of the people that King knows, they have wonderful hearts, wonderful hearts. But thank you guys. Thank all you guys. Let's keep going. Let's make this happen. And God bless you all. Please share this video. Share it to the world. Let's get this truth out to the world. This story, me, and all the injustice that I've seen in my life, it deserves to go world. It deserves to be on the mainstream media right now. And the only way we're going to get that to happen is if you share it to your friends. So please share it with all your friends. And when they tell you you're crazy, say, no, I'm just educated. And you would be crazy too if you didn't look into this man and his story, because it affects us all. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. It's hump day, and I got to go back to work. Peace. Peace.